Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Browns halftime show. With the score, the Browns are losing to the Patriots 10-6. Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. And so my love affair with the Browns is over and done. I mean, this is childish. The head coach refusing to use his timeouts and walking off the field with 3 timeouts on the clock. He's never going to change his ways. On a 4th and 1, this time he tries to rush the play in, and the snap was off timing-wise. Brissett didn't get forward lean. The whole play was out of sync because Kevin was in a hurry to get the play off rather than running it correctly. I put away childish things because there are things we can control and things we can't. And as a man, I want to watch the Guardians play because they at least give us a chance and a hope that they keep their composure and they win close games like last night. I don't know what's going to happen with the Guardians, but I know what's going to happen with the Browns. First of all, Jacoby Brissett is a known commodity to Bill Belichick. He knows what Brissett's going to do before he does it. He set up a defense. Brissett is completely confused, doesn't know what to do, and doesn't have anybody that appears to be open down the field. He doesn't trust his eyes. And the new thing that's really coming up with Jacoby is that he's late on every pass he throws. There will be more interceptions in the second half, unless they do the smart thing and get him out of the game. The only way that the Browns have a chance to beat Bill Belichick's defense is to play a quarterback who Bill Belichick doesn't know. And maybe you can put together something with that guy. But Brissett, no. I'm better than that. I know I'm better than that. I put away childish things. Men stand up like men. And he's not a man. It's a child. The whole team are a bunch of children. David Njoku. No, my goal is to be better than Ozzie Newsome. Where does this shit come from? They're children. And how can I even be interested in wasting my time with people like this? There's nothing for me to say. You know, all Belichick did is what I said he would do. He would go against tendency. He would get the Browns to overcommit themselves due to the fact that they've been pushing and pushing and pushing in practice. And that, sure enough, he got the overreaction he needed on a 31-yard touchdown run. That's all he needs to win the game. Ball game. That's it. The Browns are just transparent. They're desperate. The funny thing is that a bunch of 22, 23, 24-year-old Guardians are composed. And these Browns are panic-stricken. There's no confidence on the field. There never will be. The head coach is beyond hope. The defense is beyond hope. And you notice when the defense does hold an opposition down to a fair number of points, the offense isn't there. Nobody picks anybody up. Unlike the Guardians, who fall behind 5-3, and they all pull together, and they end up winning. Nobody pulls together for the Browns. And it's a shame. And it's a shame for professional football in Cleveland. It is a permanent state. It will never change. It doesn't matter how good the players are if they are perpetually misused. And that's the way I feel. We'll never know exactly what Nick Chubb would do against this defense because for some reason, Kevin Stefanski decided he was in a big dick shower contest with Bill Belichick. He wanted to prove he had the bigger dick. And I'm going to have Jacoby go out there and throw against the maestro of the zone defense and disguise zone. Thanks, Kevin. He comes out throwing, and he gets a pick right away because the ball was way late. Pharaoh Brown had his man beat. 2 balls like that during the course of this first half, and multiple others in the first several weeks where men were breaking open, and a third time this season that a man broke wide open down the field, and Brissett never picked his head up. He just started running for the sideline and threw it out of bounds. You get what you pay for, and with Jacoby Brissett, you have a guy who's insistent that he's better than what he's showing when his whole damn career he hasn't been better than what he's showing. I've seen enough. I've just seen enough. I'm just waiting for the baseball game. And I really don't care whether the Browns win or lose anymore. I'm not a fan anymore. I'm off the wagon. And this cluster of people that we have is no different than previous clusters of people that we had. Always the wrong defensive coordinator, always the misuse of players, the bizarre drafting, all the signs of Jimmy Haslam and his wrinkled southern cock-sucking face. That's what we have in Cleveland, and that is what we'll always have. You wonder why the the Commanders, are where they are. I mean, the NFL now wants to get rid of Daniel Snyder. Yeah, I mean, if you think the ownership doesn't matter, then you're wrong about that. It is the single greatest factor to steadiness. And I mean, even Dan Gilbert, who's not my favorite guy in the world, has been steady in hitting with players in the draft and getting some helpful players and getting a little bit of luck in the process. The Browns, on the other hand, no. It isn't that it's difficult to watch the Browns, Mark. It's pointless. It adds nothing to your life. You see, the whole thing that was fun about the Guardians was listening to Bob Costa saying, and you know the Yankees are a better team. If you look at it, they're the better team. And everything that could possibly be said that was negative toward the Guardians and positive toward the Yankees. But, we knew we had a team. And if you follow my Twitter line, you'll see I never gave up on them. Did I think they were going to come back from 5-3 down? No, chances are they wouldn't. But I knew they wouldn't quit. I knew they would go down fighting if they went down. But this group's not so. They come from week to week and they're just not prepared and they don't care. All Brissett cares about is that he's got his job being out in the field, and I would take it away from him now. He's not motivated. He's proven he's no better than what he shows, and he's getting worse as the season progresses, as teams catch on once again to the fact that Stefanski throws to his tight ends 80% of the time, and we bring Pharaoh Brown back so we can be back in the 1-3 personnel. And now you have Teller out, and he's probably injured for several weeks. I haven't heard the exact diagnosis. They said a calf. I thought maybe a baby cow ran out in the field and ran him over. I don't know. But Froholt, you're not going to get much help from that. And Brissett just can't look in more than one place. And if you're wondering why he's starting to look a lot more like Baker Mayfield, is because the whole field is crunched down and it's the same goddamn thing. They're running 6 and 7 men in the secondary. And for some reason, Stefanski keeps throwing the ball. It doesn't make any sense at all. But you see, this is, the logic we're supposed to follow. Yeah. They're a better team. They're down 2-1 and they're down to their last shot, but they're a better team. And if they lose, they're still a better team. I mean, the Yankees, they're always the Yankees. I can't control what the national narrative is, but what I can control is what I watch and what I don't watch, what I take seriously and what I don't take seriously. And this that I'm watching, I don't take seriously. And, what can I tell you? All the history in the world that the Yankees have, all the great names, they can't play for the Yankees now. DiMaggio and Mantle and Ruth and Gehrig and Yogi Berra, they can't play for them. They're dead. These guys have to play for themselves. And so it is with the Browns. Jim Brown ain't coming back. Brian Sipe and Bernie Kosar days are not coming back. Sam Rutigliano is not coming back. Got to play with what you got. We'll see what happens tonight at 7:07 on TBS. Other than that, I'll be back again after the game to continue my tongue lashing about a pointless NFL franchise. I'll be back after the game. Thanks for hanging in there, and enjoy the second half of the game. I'm just numb watching it. Take care. See you afterwards. Bye-bye.